No mortgage, no corporate job, just land, freedom, and the challenge of turning nothing into something.
There wasn't a single tree. The fields were empty. I had prepared myself unknowingly over the years for this moment.
Life here grounds itself into nature.
It doesn't get any better.
How did he do it?
It's only been 10 years since we planted everything.
And could you? What's it like to build a farm in Panama?
My name is Artegas Willis. I own a small farm here in Panama that I built from the ground up. It all started when I visited Costa Rica for the first time. I wanted to spend some time where there was nice waves so I could learn how to surf. I realized that Costa Rica was a little too expensive. Wanted to visit Panama since I was so close to it. When I got here, everything was unbelievably cheap. One thing led to another, and I ended up buying a big piece of land because the price was just unbelievable. It's very protected from storms, wind, hurricanes. Because of that, Chiquita Banana, 85 years ago, set up a very large farm that spans from here over the border into Costa Rica. This area was leveled for banana production. They brought jobs, they brought infrastructure, but after about 70 years of production, Chiquita decided that they wanted to move their banana production somewhere else. A lot of the land was returned back to the government, which the government gave a lot of land to the people, and they were able to get people back on their feet and grow some food and feed their families. The ex-owner of this land, he was a rice farmer. In this property, there wasn't a single tree. The fields were empty. So I just started planting trees. This tree is actually, I think, the first tree we planted. And it's called a lorito, and it makes really, really good shade. From day one, my main priorities were, we need shade. So when we park the car, if we need to take a lunch break, we need to have shade. It's sunny every day almost, and it rains every evening almost. And the plants and the trees, they grow at an unbelievable rate. It's only been 10 years since we planted everything. 10 years later, everything's big. It definitely looks more than 10 years old. I wanted to make an ecosystem for animals, birds, and do my part to bring back the jungle. Now, I almost have a beautiful shade tree for every animal. Once we decided to get cows, then we started putting in the live fencing, which also turned into trees once it became alive. We use two different types of trees for live fence. The worst one is what we call Palo Santo. It's really good because you can just stick a stick in the ground and the stick will live and grow roots. And then the better option is this one here, the Macano. And the Macano is like a hardwood. It's just hardy, it makes a way stronger fence. Here in Panama, before you could get metal fence post or T-post or anything like that, they use what they have available to them. It creates shade for the animals. The tree will grow around the wire. You're pretty much getting your wire bound to your posts for free. I did grow up in the country. We did have a few animals. I had 2 pigs and 2 steers that I showed in the county fair. I never ever thought that I would be farming in my life. That was just something I did as a kid. But when all of this stuff started presenting itself, I definitely wasn't scared of any of it. I had prepared myself unknowingly over the years for this moment. So this is Pyle, good friend of mine, like a brother. Somebody told me I need to go talk to Pio when I was ready to build my house. From the second I met Pio, I could tell by his personality that this man has some integrity and some knowledge, and he has done nothing but prove me right. He has been taking care of this place ever since I got the property, and he hires a few of the young adults around the neighborhood to help manage the farm. For the rest of his life and my life, anything I need to do here in Panama, he'll be involved. You have to learn Spanish. I learned all my Spanish here, 90% of it. I was building at the time, so I needed to know what all of the building construction terms were. I'd write things down in restaurants on napkins and study a little bit at home and use my Spanish regularly, even though it was horrible. If you learn the language and you can communicate, that's the #1 key. The Panamanians, they welcomed me, and I still feel that today. Ah, sí. We planted ourselves a fruit orchard, a nice variety of different fruit to eat for me and my visitors, my kids. This is a mandarin tree, mandarina. This particular tree produces a large amount of fruit. Okay, so this one's ripe. It feels really juicy. It's not hard. So we'll cut this one later and see what it looks like. This is the grafted mango tree. You can tell here that this is a tree of a different class of mango. That's why it's growing faster than this part. And these mangoes were designed for their size and how sweet they are. These are coconuts, but for coconut water. The best coconut water I ever had. It has a little essence of lime and something about it that almost makes it taste carbonated. It doesn't get any better. The amount of juice that's packed into these little things, and this one's not even ripe. Yeah, these are my favorite. I can't wait till they're ripe. These mangoes came off of that grafted mango tree. And the mangoes are this ripeness. They call them pintado, which means painted. So it's not quite ripe, but it's painted. You gotta know where the seed is. The seed's in the middle. And then cut it into a bunch of thinner slices. This grafted mango, they really did do something special. Oh, go ahead. Está buena. Sí. Ya comiste bastante. There was this lady, she pretty much took a small top of a mango tree, cut it into a little V, and she had a different mango root system, cut the same V, put it in there, put like a piece of tape or something around it, and grafted it, and she told me that it would make a small mango tree, except for it grows the biggest mangoes I've ever seen by far. More fruit than we can handle. Apart from that, we have a herd of cattle. The whole herd was born here, including the bull. They're not all exactly the same cross, but more or less, they're Indo-Brahma. They can handle the heat of the beach of Panama, these lower elevations where the weather's pretty hot. They're tropical cows. I pretty much went full in on a freshie, like a super freshie. Legally here in Panama, we have to mark our cows for theft and just for ownership. We're getting the mom out of the way so that she doesn't get dangerous when we get ready to brand her baby. Getting her to a point where she is tied up tight, because if she has any play, she can hurt herself. Look at how strong this little tree is. This was just the fence post to begin with. The problem with these animals is they can be very dangerous. They don't know their own strength. Looks like we got it a little bit under control for now. And they protect their offspring just like we do. Just have to respect that. She knows she should probably just relax at this point. Yeah, it looks like the branding iron's getting hot enough, so it's time. Dale. The baby's branded, so I guess that's a win. It's an exciting moment. We just sell the cows at the auction. I don't really want to pull much from my income back in the States to have to sustain the farm. I'd prefer the farm to take care of itself. The idea behind the African oil palms was the same. Put something on the farm that's going to help sustain the farm, that's not a lot of maintenance. Right up here we have a corozo. It's like a date cluster. They produce a large amount of oil. Each one of these little things are full of palm oil. We send these to the refinery within a half a mile from here, and the price fluctuates. So sometimes it's really nice, the money really helps the farm, and other times it's not because we have to buy fertilizer and pay for labor and stuff like that. There's definitely a demand for it. In this area, there's a lot of oil palms. They just started their full production cycle, so I believe that we have about 20 years before their life cycle's coming to an end. So yeah, we pile up all of the pancas, the palm fronds, and we just let them slowly break down, and that way we have natural fertilization. There are times when I ask myself, what's the long game? Sometimes I feel like, I think I'm gonna get rid of all that stuff, reinvest it in the United States, closer, easier. Then I come down here and I usually have such a good time. I become re-inspired. I realize how interested people are in the area, and it reconfirms that this is not only a good investment for me. Realize, oh wow, okay, this will be good for me as I'm in my older years, surfing, having fun, and also really good for my kids to come down and surf and have some fun and get to know all the people in the community, and their next generation, they can do the same thing.
If you have a story to tell, send us a message. What's It Like TV.